This hearing is for the purpose of receiving input for consideration of an enterprise zone agreement by and between the Board of Trumbull County Commissioners and Clean Energy Future Trumbull LLC. Clean Energy Future Trumbull LLC is requesting tax incentives of 100% for 15 years for an establishment project to be located at the Lordstown Industrial Park on Route 45, located in the village of Lordstown, Ohio.
We started the Trumbull Energy Center Project back in 2016, and so that was acted on, but we've been looking at the project since, earlier than that. We've been working through all the permitting and approval processes since then. We've received the Ohio Power Siting Board approval, the air permit, our NPDES discharge permit. So all of those major approvals for a power project have been obtained. We were working through our financing right now. Currently, we're finalizing the equity team. Once we have the equity, we should move pretty quickly through the debt financing process. And we intend to start construction sometime, this late summer, early fall, maybe the September timeframe. The construction of the project takes about 36 months, so 3 years of construction. The plant will produce about 950 megawatts, and that's roughly enough to power about 900,000 homes. It will get gas from Dominion East Ohio, their system. And what makes the project really feasible is the fact that we've got low-cost gas in the area. There's a need for a new generation with the retirements of all the coal plants and the nuclear plants.
So this is an enterprise zone tax abatement. It's an abatement through the State of Ohio program that the Planning Commission is the local administrator of. It allows the local municipalities to give an abatement on improvements to property for construction coming in, help make projects more feasible, and attract business to the area. So it's a State of Ohio program. It allows us to go up to 100%, up to 15 years with school board approval. Without approval, we can go up to 75%, 10 years in incorporated areas, such as villages or cities, and 60% for 10 years in unincorporated areas, so your townships. The two school districts that are affected are the Trumbull County Career and Technical Center. They actually, because they have a county-wide property tax, they're affected by anything that happens in the county with property tax. And then the Lordstown Village School District. Both school districts have approved the project. They've agreed to 100% for 15 years for this. And I believe the Village School District has entered into a donation sharing agreement, normally known as a payment in lieu of taxes, to receive from the company in exchange for receiving 100% 15-year abatement.
As you can imagine, a project that's in excess of $900 million and the property taxes would be astronomical. And the tax rates in that are designed around the more typical types of developments within a community. Something of this scale and magnitude is not the norm, so it is required. If we didn't have a tax abatement of that magnitude, we wouldn't be able to. That would be so burdensome on the project; it wouldn't be economical. It wouldn't be competitive in the market, and therefore would never get financed. But I think it's also important to remember that while we have the abatement, we also are making payments to the school district and to the village under some agreements with those two entities, and those go for the duration.
After today's hearing, we're going to go back to the Village of Lordstown. The Village of Lordstown still has to approve the agreement. They're the locally affected municipality by this. Their village council would have to go through and make the approval. Once they make that approval, the Trumbull County Commissioners would then have all this information plus any improvements on their agenda. They would then have to make an approval on, and then from there we send all the contract and approvals down to the state, and the state goes through all of our documents and sends us an approval number. Today was a public hearing. If the public did miss it, they will have to maybe pay a little bit of attention to see when it's going to end up on the Lordstown Village Council. But the Lordstown Village Council always has a public comment period. And when it comes before the commissioners, when it's on that agenda, there's a public comment period for the commissioners' agenda. So at both final approvals with the village council and the county commissioners, there will be an opportunity to speak.
Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications. And also make sure to connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn. For all of your business news, visit businessjournaldaily.com. For all of your arts and entertainment news, go to afterhoursyoungstown.com.